All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead our nation, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elects that striving in sincerity and in truth, genuinely awaiting the kingdom. So I want to do a lesson. And this lesson is going to be about patience and faith, because that's why we put this work in. Because the Most High has given us, He filled us with faith, which is a gift from the Most High, and He's loaded us up with patience. For however long a man has been walking in this, he entered in that straight gate and been walking on that narrow path, you've been given a portion of patience, suffering. We wait, the scriptures talk about being patient, the scriptures talk about long suffering, and enduring. So I want to do a quick lesson on that because we coming into those times, coming in times that the gift of faith that you've been given is gonna be tested. It's gonna be, Esau's getting everything. It's all working out, man. It's all coming together beautifully. You know, I just can't see this thing dying down. But hey, if it does, that's okay. That's just one more step on the ladder, getting to the top, which is our kingdom. But this thing is rolling. It's just moving, man. Like these prophecies are they jumping out the book, man. They jumping off the pages, man. And it's a beautiful, lovely thing because, you know, it you go through cycles and it's true. You come in as soon as you come in, you thinking this is happening right now because there were prophecies that were going on, not to the level that they're going on right now. But when I first came in, you know, things were happening. So it's always things been happening, but on the level that it's happening right now, like Esau, just just bring that chip out. That's what the holdup is. And that's what your holdup is for you trying to set forth your new world order. You want and need the people to be chipped, and the way you are setting it up, you know, you putting people in their houses and you know got everybody on on nationwide house arrest. AKA quarantining everybody, and people can't work. They gonna be begging to get their old life back, and all you gotta do is just say, hey, due to the coronavirus, it's everybody see that the Dow Jones, the stock market is crashing. Just crash that dollar. Once you crash that dollar, implement your digital currency. Your implement your electronic system that's going to be spearheaded by the RFID microchip, and then give these people an option. Okay, you can stay quarantined in your house, or you can come down to the chipping stations, get yourself chipped, and get yourself back to work. I don't care how you spend it, man. We waiting for you. We waiting for you to just do it, man. It's all set up. It's set up lovely. So anyway, I want to with coming with that, we know that there's trying times gonna come because when that happens, if he implement the chip, the whole full leg goes off the grid and depend on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And there's gonna be some trying times. That's the hour of temptation. So I wanted to do this lesson about patience and your faith and just hanging in there and constantly believing that the Most High gonna take care of you like He always been doing. So this is Luke 21:17. It says, "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake," because you best believe when this thing goes on, they're gonna demonize the Hebrew Israelites, the brothers that's been pushing this truth. The Esau happy that temporarily brothers are not out going out teaching because they got this. The scriptures say follow the law of the land. So if he put out a law or inquiring that everybody stay home for this, for X amount of time, we'll follow that. But the video's still going up. You ain't as long as that internet is there, brothers still upload videos. So it's gonna come a time that we all gonna be hated. Brothers that push this truth is gonna be put on a mass social media in his media outlets. You're gonna try to demonize the hell out of us because everything we've been saying is happening. Verse 18, but there shall be but there shall not and hair of your head perish. In your patience possesseth ye your souls. So in your long suffering possesses your soul. All brothers' souls have been given a certain amount of suffering that they can take on. Because the scripture tell you backs that up by telling you in Corinthians that he's not gonna put nothing on you that you can't handle. He's gonna make a way that you may bear it. So your soul is equipped to handle the different sufferings that we're gonna go through. So that long suffering is gonna possesses our soul, what we can take. Verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. So what is Esau doing now? He's getting his troops in line throughout the different cities out there, especially where Jake is populated at. He's putting those troopers out there. They saying the National Guard, but he gonna have foreign troopers, EU troopers gonna come in. So we know these things are gonna take place. The second scripture is 2 Timothy 2:1. It says, "Though therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua Mashiach, or Mashiach Yahushua, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men." And we've done that. The day that the Most High has opened your mind to because we already had this knowledge. It's been in us from generation to generation. We the men that the Most High have chosen. So we're being called right now. Each generation you've been called. You know, he chose these men from the beginning, and then they're going to be the chosen men in the end. Those are the ones that's going to be delivered. This knowledge has been in us. But what happened was the Most High is basically the light was out inside us. The internal spiritual light was out. Then it's time to wake them up. So he turned that light on, which is Yahweh Shai, which is the scriptures tell you that he come in the volume of the book. It is of him. So the Most High, had us run into the apostles and elders. Those are those faithful men that we had committed ourselves unto, because they were the men that were set up by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to bring forth this truth, to carry the truth from going starting with you know elder and high priest Abba Bivens, starting with him and the men under him, Yaquab, our elders, Yaquab, Marsha, men that have passed on, and men that had taught them. They carried it on till the Most High was ready to spring this thing open. Just let's let this thing go all across the world. Which when the unicorn brought forth the YouTube system, that's the platform that was being used, and we caught the videos, and we've been faithful unto those men ever since. So when um, it says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, which we have done. And these men have been faithful. That's why I started an introduction by saying double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead our nation, because they have been the leaders. They on the front line. They're the ones that's been showing, with their actions, and we've been followed. So it's not to get off point from the lesson or whatnot, but you know, me personally, I have a great deal. I feel a great deal of indebted to those men. They are my spiritual fathers, and it's just it's a beautiful thing to see that how the Most High set this up. He set it up according to what the scriptures say. He always had men that he dealt with, and these people, you got people out there that are full of shit. They try to bring shame on the apostles' name and try to, like tear them down. You can't tear down the men that were set up. These men have been set up, and these men have been fueled. The Most High put fuel inside of these men, spiritual fuel, to keep these men running hard. You know, it's like, and you can't, like, a real man can do nothing but accept that, and you can't say nothing about that bad. But you got these other, jealousies a motherfucker. Anyway, let me get back on point because I go on a whole new lesson about, about that. But anyway, it says, "Who shall be able to teach others? Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that warred entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier." Like I said, these men that's going to endure to the end, Lord willing, I'm one of those men. Lord willing, my brethren is those men that were chosen from day one, from the beginning, of everything. You know, those men that were there, during the creations. Those men will be the men that's chosen for salvation. They've been chosen by the Most High to be a soldier, and they're going to soldier up during these times. And it says, "And if a man also strive for the masteries, yet he is not crowned, except he strive lawfully." You have other men. You have men all out there that's in all different walks that are call themselves striving. You got the church system. You got people that really think they're striving. You got different men from the different Israelite groups out there that believe that they're striving. But you got to strive lawfully. Those in the church, they're not striving lawfully. And these dudes from these other Israelite groups, you're not striving lawfully. It's always some kind of madness that's coming out these other camps. Even some men that are up under the great millstone umbrella gets disenchanted. That means they're not striving lawfully. So you got to endure as a heart. You endure hardness as a um as a soldier of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. That you gird up your loins and take things as a man, like like uh like Job did. I'll get the account right here. Job 13 and 15. "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." So the Most High slays the ones he loves. And that's why. And the beautiful thing about it is the Most High have told us and shown us that it's Him doing it. Before I came into truth, I was giving all that credit to Satan. I was giving, like, the devil. You grow up as a kid, your folks, ain't nothing but the devil. The devil did that. The devil made me do that. The devil did that. He was getting all the glory. We were taught, and the scriptures talk about how that our parents were taught lies. They were taught lies, and they teach us lies. It's you know throughout generations. That's what goes on. And we were taught these things that the devil did all this. I mean, the Most High used the devil. Don't get it. Don't get it wrong. He does, but the Most High is worthy of all praises, all glory, left hand side and right hand side. He's perfect balance. He runs both spectrums. So it ain't Satan. Satan just carries out orders. But the slaying comes from the Most High. Satan just didn't look up and say, "Hey, that I'm gonna go slay that man over there." No, he can request to slay that man like he requested to slay Job, but he had to get permission from the Most High. And the Most High is the one that slay. That's why Job is writing this. He says, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him. He also shall be my salvation, for an hypocrite shall not come before him." So you can't be a hypocrite. You gotta give the Most High his just due. All praises. You can't be walking and being expecting to get salvation, but you being a hypocrite. And that is deep. That is what a man does when he's by himself. When eyes aren't on him, there's always eyes on you. The angel's eyes see everything. They 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So it's all being recorded. It's all being seen. So it's it's important to remain faithful and diligent to your walk. You know, you can't be out there, 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the truth, and in front of certain men you walk you walk in the ways of the world, and then around brethren you walk as though your steps are flowing and walking through the truth, like you on that narrow path. Because and it's funny because you got so many men that fall out. They fall out this thing. You got men that's getting shaken, rattled right now. And the finish line is right there. You see the big sign, the finish line. Chariots above it. Chariots are popping up everywhere. Verse 17. Hear diligently my speech and my declaration with your ears. Behold, now I have ordered my cause. I I know that I shall be justified. We'll get into that. Let me take a quick drink. So let's go into that real quick. All right, so I'm gonna look up a couple words because Job, remember, it says that though he slay me, yet will I trust. Yet will I trust in him. So I'm gonna look up a few words where the trust is gonna come in at. So I'm gonna look up this right here. All right, it's it's from the Hebrew word tazarak, which means, let's see, to arrange, set, or to arrange, set, or put, or lay in order, set in array, prepare, order, ordain, handle, furnish, esteem, equal, direct, compare. To arrange or set, lay in order, arrange, set in order, set forth, set in place. To compare, be comparable. All right. And from the Chaldeus lexicon, stretch out in a straight line, to extend in a to extend, and in the Indo Germanic language, let's see, it's pretty deep. It goes a lot. It's a real lot, like right here. But just to read through, also to lay out, to set in order. So the justification of it is an arrangement, something that's set and arranged in order. And so basically, something that's set up with, let's think about what's going on right now. Esau is setting up. What is he setting up? He's setting up the New World Order. He's setting up his concentration camps. He's setting his troopers out there on the streets to, to carry out certain orders. To he's setting up these chipping stations. He's creating, billions because he want everybody chipped. So he's got billions of RFID chips ready. You know, this is what the time that's come to. So the next word I wanted to go into is cause. Remember, this is Job setting the cause, right? Job saying this: judgment, justice, ordinance. Oh, comes from the Hebrew word mashapat, which means judgment. Judgment, justice, um, ordinance, judgment, act of deciding the case, putting place, court, seat, judgment, process, procedure, litigation. So basically, setting forth for a judgment case. So, who's doing this? So we go back to um, the two words we looked up, which is Iraq or Iraq and Mashapat, coming from those two words. So setting up an arrangement of judgment. This is the so-called white man is doing right now, right? But the scriptures tell you, there's a scripture that says, roughly paraphrasing, it says, think not on what you'll say. Like if you're brought in front of a judgment seat, you know, 'cause the Most High, it says that He'll give you, you know, He'll give you a mouthpiece, you know, so to speak, or He'll give you the words to say that your adversaries can't gainsay nor resist. So you're gonna be told what to say in those times. That's why Job says, um, it said, "Withdraw thine hands far from me, and let not thy dread make me afraid." You know when that situation comes, you don't want to be. You're not gonna be afraid of what to say. You might be scared, but you're not gonna be afraid of the situation. The difference from being afraid and being scared is the difference. Somebody that's scared, they may be scared of what they're about to go through, but they're not afraid to go through it. You're not afraid for it to happen. You may be scared. We in this flesh, so that's gonna happen. But back to bring it all together, it says, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain my own ways before him. He also shall be my salvation. For an hypocrite shall not come before him. Hear diligently my speech and my declarations with your ears," talking to the Most High. "Behold, now I have ordered my cause. I know that I shall be justified." So what he's saying is, when even though Esau, because we looked up the word his cause, order in his cause, meaning um, preparing for a judgment. But he says, "I know that I shall be justified." And then back back down where I read before, where is it? "Withdraw mine hands far from me, and let not thy dread make me afraid." So when we come into these times, whatever situation a brother may find himself in, just endure that situation as a hardness, as a soldier of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And the next scripture is 2 Thessalonians 1:4. Remember, this lesson I'm going into is about patience, meaning what you're gonna suffer. It possesses your soul and your faith being tested. It says, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of the Most High for patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. So he's talking to the brothers, right? He's talking to the camps right there. And it says churches, that's synonymous for saying camps, or different men who served him, men who were out there. It says, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches. In the camps, they're going to glory in Yahweh by Shemi Shai for the patience that's been given to them, and the gift of faith that's been given to them. It says, for your patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of the Most High, for which ye also suffer. Man, you're gonna have to earn a crown. If there's a crown laid up for you, for every man that has a crown set aside waiting for him to be crowned, Yahushua is gonna set those crowns on those elect men's heads. Lord willing, like I said, the Lord willing, I'm part of the elect, and brothers are part of the elect. Man, I pray for my brothers too. Lord willing, we the men that get crowns set on our heads has to be earned. It has to be earned. It has to be earned through suffering. It has to be the patience, which represents the suffering, and the faith that's given. It has to be tested. We know these things. It has to happen. And you know what? We have to welcome it. You have to come in that mindset and may you pray, Lord willing, humbly praying, with confidence. May Yahweh Bashim Yahweh give me the strength to earn my crown. Because that's what we in this for. Because Yahushua earned his position, man. His position was given to him, which he went. You seen that he was reduced to the same level that we were, which is a man. He was in the flesh and he endured it. So we have to endure it as well. But the Most High will arm you what's needed so that you may endure it. That's the beautiful part about it. You have to know. You have to know that these things are going to happen. You have to know that He's giving you what's needed. Just like He gave you what's needed to go out on them streets, to hit them highways, and to endure. Put your body a living sacrifice to go out there on the streets and teach His word and stand strong and bold for His sake, for His name's sake. It's Psalms 34 and 15. It's the last scripture I'm going to bring the lesson to an end, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It says, the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and His ears are upon their cry. It's like His ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord hear it, and delivered them out of all their troubles. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as of a contrite spirit. If that ain't the men that's doing the work, man. Verse 19. Many are afflicted. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. That's that suffering. The affliction is that suffering. But the Lord delivered him out of them all. He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. So when Esau come or whatever way he's gonna come with, just know that all he's doing is just giving himself more reasons why the Most High gonna destroy his ass. Because why? Scripture say, touch not his anointed and do his prophets no harm. So when they come to lay harm upon the men that were servants of the Most High, they're going to be destroyed. That's why the scripture say he's going to lift up a standard against them. Isaiah 59 and 19. Verse 22. The Lord redeemeth the souls of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. And those men are the same men in Revelations 14 that were redeemed from among men. Those same men who knew that song that no man knew but his servants, his elect, the 144,000. Those are the men that were redeemed. So with that, bring this lesson to a close. Hopefully it was edifying. But it went a little longer than I thought that I was gonna go. I thought it was gonna be a quicker video than that. But hey, when the spirit flows, we roll with it. So I want to say all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule our nation. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that's striving for salvation during these electrifying times in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.